Welcome to MXstore Bike Builds. Today, in this episode, we've got a brand new Gas EC300. We've got a bunch of parts inside. We're gonna go in and we're gonna make it an even better bike. As you can see, we've made a few subtle changes to the MXstore Garage. The reason for this is this year we plan on producing a lot more YouTube content, starting with the bike build series that you're seeing today, and also moving into the Wreckers to Checkers. The next series of that is going to be really cool. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let us know in the comments below what you'd like us to see on the bike build series. Okay, so this bike is being set up specifically for trail riding. First thing we need to do, because the owner is a larger and taller rider than normal, we're going to rip the suspension out and send it to our friend Charlie Costanzo, and he's going to do a quick turnaround, put some heavier springs in, and also work his magic and just change the valving a little bit so it'll be more suited to trail riding and to the particular rider that we've got. Setting up the suspension for your weight and riding styles is one of the best things you can do for your bike. Pulling out your suspension and sending off to a tuner to be set up will not only make the bike handle better, it will make you a more confident rider, you will save energy, and as a result, have a much more enjoyable ride. Beautiful. Okay, so we're getting the suspension off to Charlie. I'll get cracking on the rest of the bike. Hopefully we'll be back later this afternoon. If not, he'll be done by tomorrow morning. In front of me here, we've got all the parts we've hand selected for the bike, for the build, all available online. So first of all, we're going to replace the tyres, coupled up with some heavy duty tubes. I've got a whole bunch of carbon protection from P3 Carbon. Next, we've got a bunch of goodies that are supplied from Ballard's. I've got a solid rear brake disc, bar ends, throttle tube, and radiator braces. We've also got a 13-tooth front sprocket. Moving along, the next thing that we're going to do is focus on the front end. So we've got a steering damper, some bar mounts, taller handlebars, and then we've got grips and throttle tube to make it all work as well. The bike doesn't actually come with any handguards, unlike KTM and Husqvarna. So yeah, we'll pop some new handguards on there too. That's really essential for when we're going trail riding. When it comes to the looks of the bike, we've actually got a black plastics kit that we're going to put on. So to match that, we've got a strike pleated gripper seat cover. And to finish it all off, we've got a 9.2 decals graphics kit. Just going with the theme of the bike of being a darker black and red, mostly black. Yeah, this will finish off nicely. We will have Mick come in and apply the graphics for us, which is an added bonus. And we'll focus on changing the tyres first. I've got here a Michelin Starcross 5, replacing the original Maxxis tyre. The difference between the two, the standard tyre comes with DOT approved. It's much less aggressive, lower profile knobs, whereas the new tyre, this is a purely an off-road tyre. It's not road approved, however it's going to be a lot nicer ride and make your trail ride more enjoyable. Okay, so we're going to replace the inner tubes. This is a standard one. It should be about 1.5 mil thick. We're going to replace it with an ultra heavy duty Michelin tube, paired it up with the Michelin tyre obviously. These are 4 mil thick, bit heavier for the unsprung weight side of things, however way less susceptible to pinch flatting when you go out trail riding, which could make it a not fun day. So we'll throw this in. Okay, so we've just installed the new tyres and heavy duty tubes.
Next point of focus for the bike will be to work on the cockpit. So we've got the taller bars, we've got steering damper, the bar mounts, new grips and bar ends to go on.
Alright, so we've chosen to install a steering damper on this bike. These are really great for off-road riding and trail riding, which is what we're intending to do with this build. What they do is they essentially aid in the movement of the handlebars, take a little stress off your arms and shoulders. This one here is a low profile, made by MSC Moto. It is Australian made, which is really cool. And it only raises the bars, I believe, of an extra 6mm over standard. Having such a tall rider, we're opting to get taller bars as well, so the extra 6mm is going to be perfect. We chose to go with a set of Renthal twin walls. These bars are known for being super tough. The last thing you want to be doing while out on the trail is having your day cut short because you dropped the bike on the side of a hill. Coupled with the Australian-made MSC Moto Apex dampened bar mounts, this setup will provide loads of comfort while still being bulletproof. We're replacing the OEM plastic radiator braces with a billet alloy version from Ballard's. These provide more protection than the standard braces and will help keep sticks and rocks away from the radiators. Next up is to start installing the black UFO plastics kit while we have everything else apart. Okay, day 2, we've just got our suspension back from Charlie, really quick turnaround, which is cool. Next steps moving forward is throw this back in the bike, which will allow us to finish putting the plastics kit on and then continue working on and have it finished by this afternoon. On this gas headlight, the light itself is mounted into a separate cradle, which makes swapping the surround over from the red to black a very easy job. Rear shock back in, we can focus on getting the bike back on wheels. Installing the Ballard solid rear disc provides more of a progressive feel to the brake and also assists in extending the lifetime of the pads. This is great for enduro and off-road riding. I swapped out the OEM 14 tooth sprocket that is supplied with the bike from factory for a 13 tooth version. This is what's recommended for off-road riding and will bring the bike back to life out on the trails. Next up is the installation of our P3 carbon protection. It looks trick, it's super lightweight and super strong at the same time. We also installed a Recluse auto clutching cover while we were there too. This all black seat cover matches the rest of the plastics and graphics we have lined up. A couple of staples at the front, followed with a few at the back and then the sides, and simply work your way around from there. The striped seat covers are always a breeze to install, and this one was no different.
Hey guys, Mick here from MXstore. So today I'm going to take you through a start to finish graphics kit install, give you a few tips and tricks along the way, so let's get stuck into it. So getting stuck into the gas, luckily enough, we got a brand new fresh plastics kit on the bike. So it's pretty much just about going top to bottom with a brake or contact cleaner of your choice. Fresh, clean rags all the time. Don't grab a dirty rag and try and use the, what you've got in the shed sort of thing. In every graphics kit that we send out from MXstore, you get a cool little install sheet. So give it a read over. It'll give you some more little handy tips and tricks and get you started and on your way. So just out of habit, I'm a front to back kind of guy with a sticky kit, so I like to start on the front guard and work my way to the back and make sure everything's all nice and lined up. So as you're just going along, just take your time, make sure everything's all nice and laid flat. On the bigger pieces, you just want to take your time, sort of start in the middle, work your way top to bottom. Yeah, it really isn't a race to get the kits on and putting a bit of extra care and love into them. If you have something handy like a heat gun or a hairdryer, you know, have that on standby. And yeah, if you really need it, chuck a little bit of heat on the kits. It'll always help it sort of contour a little bit better. If there's a bit of a curve in the plastic, it'll help it sort of just stretch that little bit more, and you'll find it pushes out all the bubbles and yeah, it gets you a nice kit looking smick.
Okay, so that's a wrap for this bike build. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave some comments down below. Let us know what you want us to do next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.